Every time. Let's see. Hangout is live. There we go. Hangout is live. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. Every time I start the show, I freak out because it takes time for, like, all the numbers to load. I always think no one's watching the show, and then all of a sudden it's like, 20 viewers! I'm like, oh my god, I thought I was talking to nobody. So I always freak out. I need to make sure I posted the right link. I do this every time, just most of the time I don't vocalize what I'm doing. But, let's see here. Did I do the right thing? I think I did. I did, and 84 of you saw it, so 84 of you should be viewing it. Yep, we're good. We're on air. Great. Alright. So, welcome to Hooping Live. This is a show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time about hoop dance and everything to do with the hoop lifestyle. We like to talk about all sorts of flow arts, though, and most of the time we do get off topic. So, if you're a hooper, welcome home, and welcome to the next 45 minutes of chilling out and having awesome conversations with awesome hoopers. And if you're not a hooper, you're about to find out something that's going to blow your mind. So, you know, go get the mop, go get the broom, whatever you need to pick up your mind, because it's going to be blown. That was very graphic. My name is Audrey, also known as Odd Tree on YouTube, or the Shake It Off Taylor Swift girl. You know, who knows how you guys know me out there anymore. I've seen some weird stuff, so whatever. I've been hooping for 6 years, 5 years, something like that, and started the show with Craig Shipp and Jenna Drake. She was part of the development of it. I don't know why I did. Okay. To try to bring an open community to people that might not have, you know, big communities in their area, because I feel like being in contact with other hoopers is super important to the development of a hooper's path of flow. Just take that one and see if it, you know, registers. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel tonight. We are so fortunate to have Rebecca Smith up in here tonight doing the comments. She does not have good audio, but Becca, if you want to wave and say hello with your hand, you can. She's wonderful. She's super saucy and has all the amenities that you need in a comment person. Speaking of which, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, just type them right down below in that comment box, and we will be able to read them and answer them and teach you things live right now, right here, tonight. So get to questioning yourself. Anyway, so Will, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mr. Will Weimer. Most of you may know him if you've seen the show before. If not, you're about to get your heart's about to melt because you're about to see a handsome specimen of a man. So, Will, would you like to go ahead and say hello?
Oh, well, now you're making me turn red a little bit. But hello, everybody. My name is Will Weimer. I have been hooping for over 2 years. I have been on the show, I think, about like 6 or 7 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around there. On and off, coming on and off, helping you guys out, and I love coming on here and answering questions, so anything that you guys come up with, and I love hearing different ideas about things, so please share. Most of my flow comes from my martial arts background, as well as now my performance background through things that I'm learning with my other job. So I absolutely love sharing what I know, and I love hearing what you know, so please do leave some comments and let us know.
Let us know everything. Okay, something weird's about to happen because I'm trying to see if I'm able to, like, get this cameraman app thing happening. Oh, it worked. Okay. The delay is very weird. It's like a 10-second delay that everyone sees. But anyway, so yes, thank you, Will. We're so happy to have you on the show. He wasn't here for a few shows, and I know a lot of you were asking to have him back. So here he is. You better be happy now. We are going to have some really cool special guests in the next few upcoming shows. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. We have products to be giving you all and guests to be showing you all. So y'all better just get ready for it. But in all honesty, we do really want to make the show catered to you and what you want to see. So email us at info@hoopingLIVE.com and give us your feedback, what you want to see on the show, who you want to see, why you want to see it, what you don't think we should do, what you do think we should do. Anything that you want to give us, we will take because we do this for y'all. So do it and be happy doing it. You can also be a part of the hoopingLIVE team if you want to help out with art, like graphic stuff, show notes, anything and everything to do with hoopingLIVE. We are always looking for new team members. If you go to hoopingLIVE.com, you can find a little kind of, I don't know, I always forget the name of this. You go in and you ask for an application. You don't need to fill it out, though, but it kind of does give you some cool guidelines on what we're looking for in different people and whatnot. Now, it does say something about hooping experience, and as long as you are just dedicated, you don't even really have to be a hooper. Maybe you're just a flow artist or someone who thinks hoopingLIVE is just really cool. We'll take anyone that is passionate and has the talent to help us out. So, info@hoopingLIVE.com, hoopingLIVE.com, you can find all of your hoopingLIVE needs, links, Facebook, like us, follow us on the Instagrams, and you'll be good to go. So it looks like we're already getting some comments and questions, and I'm already getting really weird and awkward. So we know that the show is rolling. So let's go. Oh, what is my life? So we'll get to those in just a second. I'm going to do a quick demo. And Will, are you still kind of confined in a small space, or?
I am pretty confined right now. Also, my room is a mess, so I don't want to turn the camera and show you my mess.
I'm showing you where my cat does his business.
I mean,
actually, all the mess and Will saw it happening is stuff like behind there. I just like shoved everything out of the room, so do not let your eyes deceive you. This place was a mess, but we'll accept it today.
Yeah, 90% of the time, whenever you guys see like things are organized behind me, it's a lie. It's because everything else is like shoved up against the wall, or you can't see it. So.
Kind of a reflection on our lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, well guys, if you do want to see him hoop, we will get you that information before the end of the night so you can check him out after the show. But for right now, I'll do a quick little demo and let you guys have a second to grab your hoops. I don't know if I should think of something new, but I just thought it was so clever when I said grab your hoops and bring your comments/questions. Because I couldn't say comments and questions, because then it would be like, the word and bothers me. Like if someone uses the word and in a sentence too many times, I don't know. It's weird. I don't have OCD problems.
It gets repetitive. Doesn't sound nice.
It does. It really does. I'm glad that you agree with me. Makes me feel a little bit better. I kind of look like a Spice Girl right now with this shirt. I don't know. It could work. Could not work. Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on one second.
I feel like it needs to be like the British flag in order to be like a true Spice Girl right now. Like if it was a British flag, you'd be good.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Good. Right up in here. We'll make it work. I like the way you think, Will. All right. But, where I was going with that was go ahead and, grab some tea, whatever you want, grab your hoop, and post your comments and questions down below. In the past couple shows, you guys have been just rocking it, leaving some awesome comments and questions. If we don't get to all of them tonight, we do try to answer them after the show ends. All the shows are recorded, so if you miss one, you can watch it, or you can rewatch any of the shows that we've done in the past. So if we teach you something, or you saw something cool that Will did, you can rewatch the show and try to, work on whatever you're learning. So it should hopefully be convenient. That light is totally bothering me. I feel like that makes it look so much nicer if you're not in the way, but you know what? You're just going to be a brat, so I'll let you live. All right. I feel like that was so awkward. I was just like talking and then I just stopped and it got really quiet. We really do need to get some music. And,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, just some light music, elevator music while we're hooping.
Right? Like some like One Direction elevator music. But yeah, I do hoop in silence a lot, and we are going to try to get some really cool copyright-free music to play during the show. But for now, you guys can just play your own music or deal with the silence, because sometimes silence is when you can find your true self.
Very nice stall.
Thanks, bro. Alright. What stall did I do that you liked?
I don't know, you brought it up from your legs and you just like held it on your arms and slowly brought it up. And it just looked really good. I was not expecting it to happen that flawlessly. I think you made it look like seamless.
Well, thank you. Yeah, stalls are pretty fun to work with. I've been doing a lot of stuff like that lately, and kind of really trying to work on manipulating the hoop in very different ways. I don't know. But we'll talk about what Will and I have been working on in our own personal flow or lives. In just a second, we'll get to a couple comments here, and then we'll shoot over to that area of information. So, let's see. Maxine Schultz says, "Hi Audrey, I'm just starting to transition from my first hoop, which was a 39-inch heavy dance hoop, to my first Polypro hoop, 36 or 37-inch Polypro with grippy tape. And I'm wondering if you have any tips on transitioning to a smaller, lighter hoop. I know most of it will come with time and practice, but any pointers? I find waist hooping and knee hooping to be surprisingly the most difficult part. Ha ha ha. Yes, getting a smaller hoop is going to make any core hooping a little bit more tough. Anything off body with a smaller hoop will make it kind of easier because it's lighter, easier to kind of manipulate and flip around. So really it depends on your flow. I know for a while it was going from like, you know, people were trying to body hoop with this, you know, at one point, and I don't know if they actually were, but it was like cool to have a really small hoop. And I actually hooped with like a 24 or 28-inch hoop for a while, and that's when I was really whippy and quick, which is fun to. That was, you know what that was? That was a smear, and then me going like this with the hoop. And whenever I talk about hooping, I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm like a hoop dancer," because that looks weird. Like
I do smears too. I'm like, oh yeah, I do hula hooping. I do smears all the time. And it's like, yeah, that's what I do.
You know, because everyone's like,
just
oh,
like,
yeah, hula hoop.
Yeah.
I'm like,
International
no,
sign
I
hula
like
hoopers.
this. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, what is really going on here? Okay, but anyway, yeah, I did transition from a bigger hoop to a pretty small hoop quickly. Well, not quickly. I went from like a 42-inch to a 38-inch, 36, 34, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, back to 30. And now I stick at like a 30, 32-inch because that's kind of my middle ground. I've played with the big ones, played with the small ones. That sounded weird. Where's my head? And the middle ground is kind of 32 inches. Works well for me. It's kind of my happy hoop. good for on and off body. So kind of play with every size you can to see what matches your flow best. I like to have all sorts of different sizes of hoops to kind of match what I'm feeling that day. But if you're sizing down, I would suggest transitioning to, it depends on if you want it to be heavier or lighter versus longer and, you know, lighter. Like, I've seen some people with poly pros that are like 38 inches, and they're just, because it's such a kind of flexible tubing, it's kind of a wonky hoop. I think poly pro is really good if you can get it to about 32 inches, 34 inches, 35 maybe at most is a good solid poly pro. Anything bigger than that, I suggest a harder tubing. But I would, if, let's see, what size you're at. So yeah, so 36, 37 is a pretty big poly pro, but with grippy tape we'll add some weight. I did kind of go 2 inches smaller at a time when I transitioned to a smaller hoop. But yeah, just kind of play around with different things. I don't know, Will, what did you do?
I definitely just went like small and small and smaller and smaller and smaller and kind of stayed at the smaller end. I started with a 38 and then moved all the way down to a 33, and then I went down to a 30, and then I went down to a 25, and I could body hoop with the 25, but not like, I had to be quick with it. Like, I had to do a bunch of other stuff in there to keep it up, to keep it going, and I constantly found myself breaking or paddling to keep it up.
Right.
And I mean, definitely 25s for off-body stuff all day long because I'm just like moving around everywhere. But I pretty much stick with a good 31 now. Like, that's what I have, and I like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, like you said, it does get kind of difficult doing on-body stuff with small, light hoops. If you're like a body rocker, then you're going to need a heavy, bigger hoop so you can really, you know, focus on body stuff. Here, let me try to give you guys an example. Maybe you guys have personally dealt with this, but
It's the hoop closet. No.
Narnia. So this is I think this is a 32 inch that I have, and it's just, what kind of tubing is this? This is just PSI tubing, so it's the heavier kind of Lowe's tubing that you see a lot. So that's this one, and this is kind of one of my beginner hoops, actually, that Bonnie made me. They were my Earth twins. They're pretty. I thought they were very pretty. Actually, Bonnie makes all my hoops. I kind of plug her every show, but if you guys have questions like that about like sizing down or tubing, just email hoops, HOOPS, hoops@hoopingLIVE.com, and Bonnie will get that message and can talk to you about the specifics of hoops and sizes and stuff, and you can actually order one of her hoops and she'll help kind of customize it to your needs and what you want and help you figure that out. And you can get a discount code on hoopingLIVE.com, which I think is hoopingLIVE, and get one of her really great hoops. They're expertly crafted with love. I would not choose any hoops from anyone else. I mean, she has quality hoops, and a lot of people have sent me messages saying, you know, I bought one of Bonnie's hoops and they're awesome. She's such a sweetheart. So if you want good service and good hoops, she's the one to go to. It's Outward Spiral, Bonnie Brown. Check her out. Good stuff. Anyway, these are actually both from her. Right? Yes. Okay, so I do kind of on-off body. That's why I said I do 32. This is, I think this might be 34. Or anyway, whatever. So kind of good for on-off body. This is a little bit bigger than what I would want for off body, but so I can do more dance that's more kind of focused on actual movement of the body without worrying about the hoop kind of moving too fast. But if I want to do something kind of like that with this hoop, which is a 20, and I'm not kidding, this was my on-body hoop. I don't know how I did it. So it looks like that's high five. So I think this was like 20, 28 or 20. God, I don't know. It's really small. So if this is 10, yeah, I think it was like a 22-inch hoop. I don't know. But this was my on-body hoop. These markings are actually for my fire wicks. So I was fire hooping with these. But this is when my flow was very, very quick. And like, as you can see, it's not as much movement. It's more like stuff like that, which is very, I don't know, quicker. But if I tried to do what I just did with that hoop, it would be so hard because I'd have to be like, you know, and you can see people do it. It's almost like you have to kind of squish yourself into the hoop. And so if I wanted to hoop with this bigger hoop around my my shoulders, you know, I can stand on ground pretty comfortably and keep the hoop going. But if I switch to this hoop, it takes a lot more of an effort and isn't as pretty. So, at least in my opinion, it's not. So just kind of figure out what you want in a hoop and whatnot. I mean, this is a great hoop, though, like Will said, for like flipping it around and stuff like that. I don't know. It's great for off-body. Now I just want to do a bunch of off-body hooping, and I won't do that to you guys. All right, but anyway, let's move forward from that now that we did the little hooping spiel. Let's see here. Gerald Kretzman. Oh, hello. He's a sweetie pie. I've met him a few times. Says, "Wow, you look so nice." Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I kind of feel like I look a little boyish today, but you know, sometimes you gotta rock that look. I'm still trying to understand the whole short hair thing. It's like, I don't know.
I'm trying to understand the whole no hair thing, but
yeah, how does that work for you? Breezy?
It's strange. Like, I can slap my scalp. Like, that's a thing. It's just different.
Who doesn't want to slap their scalp? I mean, come on.
When I first did it, like, I got out of the shower because I used a electric razor in the shower, and I got out, so it was still kind of hairy, just like ever so slightly. So I was like, it feels like a dog's nose, only warm. It's so strange.
So your head's a giant dog's nose.
Yeah, but it's like hot. It's very hot. Like to the touch. Like if you touch it, my scalp is hot. It's strange.
Okay.
Interesting things.
Cool. Well, now you guys know how Will feels about his head. These are reasons why I love you.
And if you ever see me in person, you can be like, "Can I touch your scalp?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, do it."
Can I shower real quick and let me touch that scalp? Oh, that's funny. Thank you for sharing, Will. So Sarah. Oh wait, no. Randy Smith says, "What is a hoop?" This is a hoop. Someone's knocking at the door. Oh.
Hoop is a circle made of plastic, sometimes made of metal, but not much metal is used.
Come on in.
Usually mostly just plastic.
Come on in!
He wants grand entrance. He's a cat.
I know, right? Here, Will, I'm going to let you, well, you did give a good description of a hoop, but I'm going to go grab something really quick. Do you want to tell them a little bit about what you've been working on in your hoop life and stuff?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. So I recently started I used to use a 30-inch hoop as like my regular on-body, off-body hoop, and I moved up to a 31-inch. So now I'm getting used to that, and it really when you've used a 30-inch for so long, like using a 31-inch makes a big difference. It does feel like a larger, bigger, slower hoop. So I'm getting used to that. A lot of what I'm working on with that is quicker off-body stuff with a 31. Like my on-body stuff with a 31-inch, it just is much easier. So trying to do the off-body stuff is something I'm still getting used to. But other than that, I like the change that I've been doing. I was saying how I went from like a size 30-inch hoop to a 31-inch hoop, and I know that sounds like 1 inch big deal, but it really does feel.
Oh, absolutely.
different.
Absolutely. It's crazy too. I even have found that if I'm hooping with someone that also has the same size hoop as me, I will instantly feel a difference. Even if it's like a very similar hoop. It's like if it's your hoop, it's like and it's like something that fits to your body, and you just get so used to it that you can feel if it's off.
Yeah,
it's very weird. Because I remember at Hoop Path a couple years ago, everyone really wanted the like lavender and seafoam blue polypro hoops, and they were just all over the gym, and people were just like losing them left and right. But people were starting to identify. I'm so happy he's pooping right now. I'm sorry, Alex. I'll explain in a second why I just said that. Oh man. Anyway, you know what the hoop is if it's your hoop. Jesus. Okay. Did you make a pee? Good boy. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Did you?
Oh my god, I think I'm crying.
Oh, look at your little paws are all sandy. Oh, we have a poo-poo.
Oh my god, Audrey.
That's so great. Good boy. That feels so much better. You feel so much better. All right, go. Get out. All right.
We just went from hoopingLIVE to poopingLIVE.
Oh my god. You did that so clever.
Good.
You know what? I will explain that in a second. Let's finish your comments, you guys. Actually, you know what? Now I feel I should explain that. I'm proud that my cat's pooping today for many reasons. Actually saved his poop. Oh god. So Chakra got sick a couple days ago, and he was acting fine, and then I heard like this like sound that was like really loud, and I just saw my mom said, "Mom loves you. I love you too, Mom. Did you see Chakra poop?" She's been waiting. She was excited too. She actually sent me a video. I'll show you guys. It's her. So my mom has a cat, and her cat's name is Kitty Purry, who's a sweet little calico cat. So this is my mom's conversation. She said, okay, so she got back home from Sarasota, and she sent me this video. Let's see if I can. So, oh my god, it's so cute. Kitty Purry is such a little talker. I hope you guys like cats, because it's about to get really cat-tastic up in here. Let's see.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say to Chakra? You want to say feel better? Tell Chakra. Say Chakra, feel better. Tell him. Say Chakra, feel better. Can you say it? Say Chakra. Say Chakra, feel better. Okay.
Okay. Alright, so that's stuff that my mom sends me. Anyway, that's Kitty Purry, the chirper. And, so she, before my mom left, she said, text me, and let me know when Chakra poops. And, like today, at 11:52, I said I don't know if you guys can see it or not, let's see. and said, "He pooped." Like that. I was like, "He pooped," and she goes, "Yay! Was it a big one?" I literally mass texted all my friends and said that my cat pooped. Okay, because he couldn't poop. He was constipated, so it was a big deal. He was in a lot of pain, and I heard the, like, grumbling sound, and I'm like, oh my god, like, was that my cat? And then it happened again, and he kind of looked at me after it happened, and he went like, "Bow." Like, what just happened? And then he started, like, meowing in pain, and then I started crying because I didn't know what to do, and so my mom was like, "Uh-oh, this isn't good." I'm like, "No, it's not good. It's not okay." And then he starts hissing at himself. And my cat does not hiss. He is a love bug. I mean, he loves to be picked up. I mean, literally, like, when you pick him up, he will, like, jump into your arms. He's so excited. And he was in so much pain, he started hissing at his pain. So he'd kind of be like, and he'd, like, cuddle up to me and be like, so I, like, freaked out, like, threw his shirt on, threw on my shoes, grabbed a box, threw my cat in the box. And my mom and I are, like, running. I have this cat in the box. We, like, raced to the vet. But anyway, yeah, he was clogged, had a little bit of a UTI. He's fine now. We bought him a new toy. The toy's name is Nana. It's a banana. And the song that goes along with it is B-A-N-A-N-A. My mom and I made it up, and we were going, B-A-N-A-N-A. B-A-N-A wants you to poop. And it was weird. I'm, like, taking this too far, but I'm very happy my cat pooped today. And you should be happy.
I love the episode. Audrey's cat pooped today.
I know. I mean, like, it should be like a hashtag, like, did your cat poop today? I don't know. So anyway, it was like 32 hours until he finally went. So, you know, that was a big deal. Cats are supposed to poopy a lot. But that was very exciting. The vet even called this morning at like 8 and was like, "Has your cat pooped yet?" Talking about my cat and his poop. Okay, let's move on to hoopingLIVE and not hoopingLIVE. I thought that was so clever. Alright, so what is hoop? Well, we now know. Okay, Sarah McCarthy. I don't know why I put that in my mouth. I don't know if you guys know what these are, but they're the sour watermelons. Sour Patch.
Good stuff. The best stuff.
I have a problem.
I can't eat them. I will eat them till, like, the sugar, like, makes my tongue raw.
It's a problem.
I'll go to Walmart, and, like, they have, like, the 41-ounce bags of them that are, like, bigger than your head. I'm just like, I need them. And I'll eat them in one sitting. Then I'll feel really sick.
I can just see you with, like, walking in Walmart alone, like, with a bunch of, like, big bags of candy and just being like, I gotta go back to Disney, guys.
That's exactly what happens.
It has to be. There's no other option.
Yep.
So, Sarah McCarthy says, I'm having a hard time with my duck outs. I can get the hoop off my shoulders, but back on my shoulders, but then it falls. I can't get the hoop to continue the rotation once it's back on my shoulders. Any tips? Yeah. Swing that body. First of all, with the duck outs, you say you can get it off your shoulder and back on your shoulder, but then it falls. So once you duck out of the hoop and you come back into it, I swing my body around, because when you do that, coming back out of a duck out and coming back in, the hoop is slowed down and is on a different planes, because it's going from here back to here, which is, technically it's supposed to be the same kind of distance, because when you do a duck out, you need to make your shoulder vertical, vertical, and be the same direction as your shoulders would be. So when you do that, you just need to give the hoop an extra oomph. So if you're hooping and your hoop's going towards the left because I'm a right-handed hooper. So say I've already ducked back out. Well, all right. I don't want to like knock things over, but like that. Let's go from not ducking to like post ducking or duck out. So we're coming back from here. You know what? And you come back in, and then you want to just kind of throw your body almost, and the hoop might stall, but take that and just kind of throw your body around, so it kind of pushes the hoop and gives it back that momentum. The other thing you can do is paddle, and I feel like a lot of people don't remember paddling, but paddling is, when I first learned it, I thought it was just people going like this. Like, literally, I thought people were just going like this. I'm like, all right, I'm into it. And I remember I taught my friend how to do it when I first started, and I'm like, you're not supposed to move your hands like this. You just gotta go, Like, literally, I told her, like, it looks stupid if you do anything else but this. I didn't know that what you were actually doing was pushing the hoop. So paddling, like I said, is paddling the hoop across the body. You might know it from breaks and paddles, so break, paddle, break, paddle. But right now, when I shoulder hoop, I'm shoulder hooping from the core, or from the root of my feet. So I'm using my body's shaking motion to push the hoop around my body. I'm not using my shoulders like this. So I'm not moving my legs, I'm just moving my shoulders. And right now, I'm just moving my legs. So when I'm moving just my legs, it opens up all this area to move my hands a little bit more freely. But if I'm just shoulder hooping like this, which maybe some of you do, which is fine, but I suggest learning the other way, you kind of limit your options on moving your arms. But what this is, if you're not like moving your feet like I just did, and you're doing this or whatever, that's paddling. That's not shoulder hooping technically. That is paddling the hoop with your shoulders, because paddling is pushing the hoop around the body. So I'm doing the same thing now. I'm paddling the hoop around the body. I'm not shoulder hooping. I'm just merely pushing the hoop across the body, which is great for like catching the hoop. If it starts to fall, you can maybe kind of push it and start paddling it back into the kind of the like motion, or what is it? The motive, all right, nothing came out. Anyway, so if you're ducking out and you duck right back in, and the hoop feels like it's gonna fall, catch it with that paddle and just start paddling the hoop, or go straight into a break and paddle. But just start paddling the hoop, even if it's just one kind of swift motion like this, which is kind of just pushing the hoop back on the right track. You know, it might help. I don't know. Try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, comment again and we'll try to help you out. Will, do you have any suggestions for that?
Well, first, I think the word you were looking for was momentum.
Yes! Thank you.
Gotcha back. But, yeah, definitely paddles, because the more I think about it, because as you were doing it, the more I think about it, the less I realize that when I do duck outs, I think I usually do them really, really quickly, and I immediately break out of them. Like, I duck out, come back up, boom, break, and lift the hoop right off me. Like, as soon as I do it, I get right out of it. But that's more of like I guess like a guy thing, because it is a very, like, feminine move. I mean, I'm not going to deny that there are definitely masculine ways to do a duck out, absolutely. But it is just, for me and my style of hooping, it just doesn't look very masculine, so I kind of just don't really do it. I don't know. Not that I don't feel comfortable doing, I just think it looks really strange. So, you're muted, Audrey.
Hello. A lot of people also think that leg hooping is feminine too. You know, it all depends. And I know it's kind of off topic, but I'm kind of curious. Do you ever get a lot of crap from other non-hooper guys or girls, or maybe in the hooping community? Like, do people often think you're gay or like stuff like that?
Not so much for hooping, but that's because I definitely stylize it. Like, I know a crowd that I'm catering to. I know what kind of event it is, and I will, like, cater my movements towards that event more, towards what would please that crowd more.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just doing my own thing in my own living room, I'm just doing my own thing. If I'm doing my own thing at the gym, then a lot of people don't say anything just because, like, I love what I'm doing and I'm enjoying it and killing it, and then they're like, oh yeah, dude, that looks awesome, you're killing it, instead of like
Right.
making other comments. But yeah, I could definitely see it. I could definitely see people thinking that or getting ready to judge that, but I've never had anybody say anything. I mean, it probably helps that I'm over 6 feet tall, so like, and bald, so people kind of think I'm intimidating rather than.
I'm 6 foot and bald, so don't mess with it. Hello. Well, that's good. I was just kind of curious about that. Anyway, moving forward, Bryant Dang, hey, says, hey, Audrey. Anyways, notice how I see him reading comments. It's like, oh. All right. Hey, Audrey. Anyways, guess what? It's the last week of school. Last day of school is tomorrow. Anyways, it feels like it's been a long time, but I've only been here for 2 years. I wonder what will change when I move back to California. It really feels like home in Thailand, and it feels as though I've been here for such a long time. I remember before I started high school, I wanted to start something new. I wanted to have my own talent that requires physical activity and creativity. I remember that I loved to hula hoop when I was young, and then I searched up hoop dance and saw Audrey top 10 hooping tricks. I completely fell into a new world of hoop dance. Anyways, I know in California there's a lot of hula hoopers, but I feel like I'm really nervous. I like being the only hooper in Thailand. Should I expose myself to the hooping community? Anyways, the good thing is that I can finally become a full-on panel member of hoopingLIVE, if you let me, which we will. And, where'd it go? And have you named your hoop yet? It's really cool to name it. Give the hoop value and personality. Always love Brian's comments. And yes, Brian, we are so excited to have you as a full-time member of hoopingLIVE. You are such a spunky guy. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Mr. Needy. Literally, you're just going to stand there. Okay,
I like how he moves half his head around the wall, like, you can't see me.
He's so cute. Look at him.
I'm just watching you, but you can't see me.
Hi. Hey, buddy. Alright.
He just, like, kicks his foot, like, get out of here.
He's like, move on with your life, woman. I do name my hoops, but I kind of haven't really done it lately. I just kind of base my hoops off of who made them. But, and look at him hike that little leg up. I do, like my hoops to kind of, maybe I don't name them, but they do have their own essence to them, like who made it, where I got it, why I got it, and what I've been through with that hoop. So, you know, I kind of give it its own personality in that way. But, you know, so that's that. And in terms of moving to California, there are a lot of hoopers there, and a lot of really, really good hoopers. So, I say immerse yourself into the community as much as you can. There are going to be good, nice hoopers. There's going to be mean hoopers. But I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised if you put yourself out there. I think you'll grow more as a hooper if you do that. And, you know, you don't have to, like, go out and be like, oh, look at me. But, you know, just go to some hoop jams, introduce yourself. Don't be shy. One thing that I realized at hoop jams is sometimes I get there and I'd be like, well, you know, am I supposed to, what should I do? Or, you know, and I remember sometimes I go to hoop jams where maybe the people weren't as experienced as me, and I would feel like I didn't want to do anything too crazy because then people would think I'm showing off. Or if vice versa, if everyone was better than me, then I'd feel like I looked stupid doing whatever I did. But it was never that case most of the time. I had one bad experience, but you know, if I was more experienced than other people, everyone just admired and wanted to be taught, and I learned from them as well other things. And if everyone was more experienced than I was, they were very supportive and, you know, very supportive. It's a great community if you find a good one. So if you want to talk to me about that, we can try to find you some cool people in California to maybe get kind of acquainted with to help kind of ease you into the hoop community there. Will, do you have any like info or tips on for him and moving into a new community of hoopers?
I definitely would say go for it. Do it. You'll find people who you never thought would have hooped who are hoopers. Like I brought my hula hoops into my new apartment, and my roommate was like, "Oh, I hula hooped," and she lived out in California too. So that it was great to find that out. But also, I originally thought that there was going to be like different groups, like the really good hoopers were going to talk with the really good hoopers, and like the mediocre hoopers were going to talk with mediocre hoopers, and the newbies were going to talk with the newbies, or something like that. Like I thought that was going to be a thing. Not a thing at all. Like everybody just keeps interacting across those lines. There are people who want to interact within just their small little group, and that's fine. But definitely go out there. You'll meet plenty of people and make plenty of friends.
Nice, thank you. That was very well said. So, you know, hopefully that kind of puts it out for you, and you will feel confident going out there and meeting some new people. So we have another comment from Gerald. I don't know why I want to say like Gerald. What? Gerald says, as my belly gets bigger, why does my hoop seem to get smaller? I have to go.
Oh, okay, I think that was just from Becca, that last part. I have to go.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what? Okay. All right. Well, I think we know the answer to that question. You know, if your belly gets bigger, the hoop's gonna seem smaller. But
It's obviously that he has a stronger gravitational pull, and it's making his hoop shrink, right?
of course, I would hope so. I mean, nothing else seems logical, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a fun guy. Will's on the same boat as you. That's funny. Okay, so look at that little leg go. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so our next comment is from Megan B. I'm 5'10" and working with a 36-inch hoop. Would a 33-inch hoop work well on my body? Well, on and off my body. 5'10", 36 inches, and I'm 5'4", and do 32, so 4.
I would start with a 33 to go smaller, because I'm 6'1", and I'm using a 31. But that's me.
What do you think she should do?
I would start with a 33 and then try smaller. Like definitely go to 33, use that as like a pivotal like mid-step, and then try a 31 after that or something, and see how you like it. Because I definitely do feel a difference between like the rigidness to like how the hoop is, like how the hoop maintains its structure when you're doing off-body work. There's a big difference between a 33 and a 31 or a 28. Like you can definitely feel it when you like stop the hoop out there really quick. When it's a larger hoop, it like kind of like gets wonky a little bit. Or if it's a smaller hoop, you like stop it and it's nice and rigid, it's stiff, it makes a great shape, and then you're just like, yeah, more off-body stuff.
Nice.
But definitely start with a 33 and go smaller if you can. Feel it out.
Awesome. Thanks, Will. Honestly, he hit the nail on the head with that one. So if you have any further questions about that, go ahead and post it down below. And also, guys, just so you know, in the comments, you guys can reply to each other. So feel free to answer each other's questions and talk to each other in the comments, because, I mean, it just kind of keeps that flow of the conversation going. And always feel, if we didn't answer your question or we said something that totally confused you, just ask us again. I mean, we're so happy to answer your questions. We are not, worried about that at all. So, anyway, let's see here. Alley Cat Hoops, I love that name, says, what do you use to carry hoops 10 plus? I look crazy with my giant hoop bag. Where did my cat go? Okay, he disappeared. Oh, there he was! My little poop. Look at him. Just look at him. I actually just bundle all mine together and carry them and throw them in my car. I use a little cord tie and just tie them all together. I mean, that's typically it. I know that some people have the hoop bags, but I don't think there's really anything else you can do. I mean, if you're traveling and you want to wrap your hoops up, I got a bunch of bubble wrap or whatever and wrapped it the same way I would wrap a hula hoop and then use tape over it. But I mean, I typically don't carry that many hoops around with me anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Will, what do you do?
I am the worst kind of hoop owner because I only own 5 hoops.
That's not bad.
And I only use 4 of them. I use my doubles, I have my Evoke, and I have my hoop that I just use regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have that many. But I have seen people use a belt, and they'll wrap the belt around and just hold it over their shoulder like that. But I don't
Cotton
know
soldier.
too well. But yeah. I usually just pick my hoops that I'm definitely going to be using and bring them with me. And I'm like, hey, if there happens, if I'm going to something where I feel like I might need a lot of hoops, for some reason there is always a plethora of hoops laying around. And you pretty much can just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, can I borrow your hoop? It's a much smaller hoop and it's sitting there on the ground alone. It looks like it needs a partner. And then they're like, yeah, go ahead, use it. So then you go play around with it and return it to them. But you make sure you hand it back to them in person.
Oh,
you don't just
absolutely.
throw it on the ground. It's hey, here's your hoop. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the seafoam blue and lavender hoops that I got from Beth Lavender. They were stolen from me. I don't have them anymore. I let someone borrow them at the beach. Someone just kind of took it and was like, oh, can I use this really quick? Never came back. So if you do go out with a bunch of hoops and they're special to you, make sure, even if you have to be a brat and say sorry, no to a little kid and they cry, you said no. I mean, that's what I have to do. And sometimes it's hard, but typically if I'm going out and hooping and knowing that someone might want to use my hoop, I'll bring my LED, my special hoop, and then I'll bring some play hoops and say, you can't touch these, but you can touch these, because these ones I don't really care about, and if, they get lost or stolen, it's not a huge loss. So make sure that if you are bringing that many hoops with you, that you're monitoring them well and creating your own boundaries and saying, I don't want people playing with the hoop unless they have experience with the hoop. My thing is, if you don't own an LED hoop, or I mean, it can't be a new hooper that just bought one off the whim. If you're an LED hooper, an LED hoop owner that has a couple years under their belt that understands taking care of an LED hoop, you can use my LED hoop as long as you know that if you break it, you're gonna, you'll fix it. But I typically will not let random people use my nice hoops or LED hoops if I know that it has potential of being damaged. So I don't know. I don't know if, like, Will, have you ever dealt with anything like that? I mean, I know that kind of got heavy there for a second.
I was super generous with my hoop, especially my LED hoop, for a while. And then one time at a festival, and it was a close friend of mine, was really drunk and tripped over my hoop while she was trying to do a jump through and put a massive kink in it. And I was like, it's all right. I'll try to fix it. And we'll see if we can fix it. And then like I spent the next like hour working on it, and I fixed it. I got the kink out. It looked almost like it was nothing, like there was nothing there. But even still, like after that, I was just like, I don't know. There's going to be a point where I'm just going to put my LED hoop away.
Right. I mean, sometimes that's the smartest decision.
Yeah, and I hear a lot of people say, like, I want to save it for a little bit, like, I want to save the battery for later, I'm sorry. Like, that's a good excuse to not lend your hoop out. If you just are like, I don't want you to play with it, and then have some drunk person come up and play with it, and you have to say no to them because they're too drunk.
Right.
And might mess it up or something.
Yeah, I mean, that is like the absolute worst. When, I mean, I've had people get violent with me. I mean, like one mother, I remember, it was my atomic hoop, and it was like the newest one, so it was like the first weekend I got it and was playing with it. This mother came up, and, you know, the child came up and said, "Can I play with your hoop?" I said, "No, but if I go out to the beach and I know I'm going to be doing my LED hoop stuff, I have a mood hoop. It was like, you know, kind of a cheaper mood hoop that I will bring out with me that I don't really care about getting messed up or whatever." I said, "No, you can't play with this one, but you can play with this one." And it's like orange, blue, and like rainbow or something. It's like, you know, it's not like the prettiest LED hoop in the world, but this kid, pardon me, wanted the pink because my hoop was pink. We had it on the pink setting or whatever, and it was like, "No, I want that one." I'm like, "Well, you know, this is my special hoop, but you can play with this one." And the kid ran off. So then the mom comes up to me, like so drunk, and is like, "Who do you think you are coming on with a bunch of hula hoops that are for little kids and telling the kids that they can't play with them?" And, you know, and it took so much inside of me not to be like, you know, well, this isn't a little kid's toy. But, you know, I ended up just saying, you know, it's just my special hoop. I'm sorry. She still didn't take that for an answer, and I said, you know, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I offered your daughter the hoop, so she doesn't want to play with it, she doesn't have to. And I stopped going to that event because people were just so rude. But anyway, moving forward, I will not linger. Renee Griffin, who is my mother, says, "Mom loves you." Karis M says, "Hi guys, happy to make it to the show again. I've been working with palm spins and wondering if you have any tips for that." Yes. Okay, palm spins. Will, don't you do a bunch of palm spins?
I do, but I do not do them the way like most people do. I do them very strange.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I'll do them in between my fingers, or I'll just completely let the hoop go altogether, and just let it roll in the air and then catch it, which is not the way you're supposed to do it, because that's really sketchy. Like a lot of times you can drop it and stuff, but like, oh yeah, it's like, and then I catch it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you know, it's kind of whatever feels comfortable for you. What I like to suggest for palm spins is put the hoop on the ground and spin it, and then open up your palm and kind of get a feeling for where it feels comfortable successfully spinning on your hand. And once you kind of get comfortable with that, you can think, like, if you can get to the point where you can at least do something like that, like in between your fingers, and understand the concept of getting the hoop up and getting it into that spinning motion. What I like to do for palm spins personally is when I bring it up, I flip it and immediately open my hand, and I kind of push the hoop. Like I don't know how to explain it. I kind of move with the hoop, I guess. So if I kind of feel the hoop like moving downward, I'll just keep my palm wide open and kind of move with the hoop. It takes practice to get that kind of linear look, but once you really understand palm spinning, you can go slower. I like to do it more up because when you're up, it gives the palm that flat surface, so you can spin the hoop on the palm longer. But yeah, so you can go quicker and kind of grab it. Oh, but if you kind of just move with the hoop, I don't know, it helps. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer and show that. I think I have a tutorial on it somewhere. I'll try to link you guys to it. Palm spins are tough though, so don't beat yourself up if you can't get it. Let's see. Peyton Broomswick says, sorry, I got a text message. I am obviously not very good at multitasking. Says, hey, haven't been able to watch this show in the past few months because of my school and schedule. I'm happy to be back. Where's Jenna? Well, that's a good question. I know a lot of people were kind of wondering where Will and Jenna went, but we did kind of take a break on the show to kind of reamp what was going on and whatnot. But Will kind of was working really hard with Disney, but we've gotten back into a schedule where he can be on the show. So as you guys obviously can tell, he is. Look at that. He is back. And Jenna, she just got done with school and went on vacation. She's been kind of working her schedule to try to get back into the flow of Hooping Live. But for right now, she's kind of doing her. So when she's able to get her schedule worked out properly, she'll be back. And we also have some really cool new people coming in to be a part of the panel as well. As you guys know, Becca is here helping us too. And yeah. So, but Jenna's doing great. If you guys want to like add her on Facebook or send a message to her, you can still message hoopinglive.com or info@hoopinglive.com and send her an email or a message if you can't find her on Facebook. This is literally distracting me so bad for some reason. Like, I feel like it is so sassy. Like, just the sassiest of flips right now.
Good.
Alright, so let's see, move forward here real quick, because we are out of time, actually, so let's get through these really quick. Vam Dolly says, so are hoops measured from distance, diameter, or circumference? I'm guessing it's diameter if you're saying 1 inch is a big difference. I want to start hooping. Looks fun, but not fit enough to body one.
I think this is off of what I said earlier. So
yeah. You want to go ahead and take away with that one?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely diameter, and the way I like to think about it is it's like a car seat. Like, you know when something's off with your car seat. You know when it's an inch forward or an inch back. Like, you can feel that difference. It is huge. So that's like, I guess that's the same thing. Like, you use your hoop as much as you sit down in your car, so you can tell the difference when something's off. And as far as being too big or not fit enough to hoop, I saw a 400-pound person hula hoop before. So, I mean, it's not about size. It's all about just getting used to your hoop and what it's doing. So get yourself a hoop and pick one up and go for it.
Oh, Will. Yes, he is absolutely right. I've seen huge women, and I've seen the teeniest of women and men hula hoop. Every body shape, everybody, literally, if you have the right hoop for the proper situation that you're in, you can do it. And that's what's so wonderful about hoop dance, is it does not discriminate. So, yeah, pick up a hoop. Hoopinglive.com, like I said, you can go and see the outward spiral hula hoops and get something cool from Bonnie, learn some new information about maybe what works for your body size. Again, that's hoops at hoopinglive.com to kind of talk personally to someone about hoop size that goes along with your body or situation. So let's move forward really quick, get through these comments. Poison Amethyst, ooh, sounds cool, and says, hey Audrey and Will, so I'm 5'6" and have a 28-inch polypro hoop, but it's really difficult to do many tricks with it. Any tricks? Should I get a bigger and or smaller hoop for off/on body tricks? Which would you advise to start with? I'm not a beginner, but not very skilled either. Will, do you want to answer this one for me?
Yeah, I would definitely say go a little bit bigger, because that's going to allow you to do, I assume, like, for the tricks that you're talking about, it's a lot of like the on-body tricks, and bigger is going to help with on-body. So that's going to give you more time to manipulate your body in and out of that hula hoop in order to get where you need to in order to do it. It's also going to give you like milliseconds of more thinking time, which is forever. It seems like forever for hooping. You're like, oh wow, I have like a tenth of a second extra in this duck out. It feels like it's taking forever. It's strange, but yeah, definitely it's a little bit bigger will give you more time to get those tricks down.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you, Will. Words of wisdom. You know, Will kind of said it right there, so yeah. All right, move forward. Sleevesack says, haha, pooping live. I'm crying. LMAO. That was really funny, Will. You are just such a funny funster. Oh my god.
I'm just going to spill my drink on the floor, too. Whoops.
You know what? I would not suggest that, but, you know, to each his own. So, yeah. Alley Cat Hoops says, this episode should be called Pooping Live. You know what, everyone? I'm literally renaming the show Pooping Live. And
Good.
we will all be in on this joke together. Chakra?
That thing is that will probably get more viewers then.
I know, like... And, like, if anyone tries to say it was a lie, it's not, because literally he pooped.
Maybe we should name it that. Just this one.
Just this one. I think we should. I mean, there was another episode called Naked Hooping, and it was, like, no nudity on it, but my shirt said naked. I have mixed feelings about that situation.
And now
But
there's
anyway,
like 5 million views on it or something.
I know, right? Where's the nudity? In your head, bro. All right. Maxine Schultz says, dear God, Will is adorable.
Oh, thank you.
It's true, you are adorable. Jim Jones says, Audrey, I love you. You are so gorgeous and sweet. Thank you, that's very sweet.
Sassy hair flip.
So, it's like perfectly coiffed. I'm sorry, that's weird. Alright. Last two comments. Aubrey Garnett says, I'm buying my first hoop and so excited. Are there any tricks I can practice without my hoop? Like drills, conditioning for it. I'd like to dive right in once I get it. I really like the enthusiasm with that. I mean, there's some, like, you can do yoga and maybe get kind of in tune with your body that way. What I like to do is get a playlist of all different kinds of music and, like, hip-hop, church music, country. Even if you don't like it, put it on that playlist. And you can do it in front of a mirror and look at yourself. You can videotape yourself. I would suggest blindfolding yourself and just letting yourself dance and becoming in tune with your inner dancer, so when the hoop does come, you're really confident in kind of your movements. The other thing you can do is get a hoop diary, which is just like a normal journal or diary, and start sketching ideas for movements or theories you have, or just about, you know, what you see in your hoop life or what you would like to do, goals, whatever. So yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. Will, do you have any tips for her?
Get the fuzziest pair of socks you own, put them on, make sure nobody else is home, play your music as loud as possible, and take off your shirt and your pants and go running around your house in your underwear with your socks on, jamming out. Have a lot of fun. Take up as much space as you possibly can, flailing your arms, flailing your legs, doing whatever you want.
Flail power.
Squatting low, jumping up high, and then think about doing it with a hoop. And there you go. That's the way you practice.
And that is reason number 125 why I love you, Will. Yeah, so what we said, and I hope that you enjoy having your hoop, and let us know how that goes. God, look at that arch today. If I like give it like extra arch, it's like, whoa, watch out. Oh, there you go, Will. Do that again. Let's see that. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of hard to do the other brow. Like, I can never, like, arch it as much. Like, I can, like...
It took a while for me to learn the other one, but now that I got it down, like... I like shifting back and forth.
Oh my gosh, you guys disappeared. Oh, come back! God, my screen went blank. Are you guys still there?
We are here. You are there.
I'm here? Well, where did you go?
Things
there
are
you
somewhere.
I'm like, oh no, they're lost into the abyss. Okay, so last comment for the night, well, then we'll go ahead and wrap up. We're already over time, but it makes up for all the lateness in the other shows, so.
Yeah.
Heyo. Morgan Loomis says, you're gorgeous. Well, I'm assuming she's talking to you, Will.
I assume she's talking to you.
Well, I think that both of us think she's talking about Becca, but we'll just assume that she's talking about hoopingLIVE panel member in general. Oh, okay, the show has been going on too long. My words are starting to become not words, which is a scary thing. So thank you for the compliment. That's very sweet. And everyone, you guys were so cool tonight with the great comments and questions. I'll go ahead and let Will give his information. I want to go ahead and thank Becca for doing the comments tonight. Becca, you want to wave goodbye and do that? We're going to get her some audio and better videos soon so we can, you know, get her chatting with us because she is a bubbly, spunky woman that I deeply appreciate. So, yeah. Will, you want to go ahead and give your info?
Yeah. All right. So my name is Will Weimer. You can add me on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook. You can like my performance profile on Facebook. You can follow my channel on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Will Weimer, just no space. So it's really easy. But yeah, you can do all those things, and I will certainly appreciate all of them. If you do add me on Facebook, I will only accept if we have mutual friends, just because it's a work thing. Like, if we have plenty of mutual friends, I will certainly accept it. If we do not, I am sorry. You can certainly add a bunch of other professional hoopers, and they will add you, and I will certainly add you then. But you do not. I don't, like, delete you or ignore you. I just wait until we have more mutual friends, and then I'll add you. All right.
Awesome. I like that. Good job explaining that, because sometimes that can be hard. And then also, I am going to be adding a lot more photos, info, and stuff on the Instagram of hoopingLIVE and the hoopingLIVE Facebook page. So if you can't be friends with Will on his personal Facebook, you'll be able to really see a lot of his hooping updates with his life, stuff like that. Whatever he wants to share, you'll be able to see there. So you'll be able to get as much Will as you want and still be spunky as ever. So yes. Anyway, so yeah, hoopingLIVE. Hope you enjoyed the show, guys. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. Like us on Facebook and go to hoopingLIVE.com to find all the information and links that you need for your hoopingLIVE needs. I need to figure out a rhyme for that. And like I said earlier in the show, email us at info@hoopingLIVE.com to be a part of the team or to send us some feedback. We're always looking for it. And yeah, so hopefully we will see you guys next week here on hoopingLIVE. And until then, stay fresh.